Hey guys, Old Blue Accord here. How we doing today? Face shot. What's happening? Yeah, it's a little bright out here. Hanging out in my storage area. You guys kind of know, I'll just give you the update. I did sell my house in Tennessee. Don't have a garage currently. I live close to the airport. So you're going to hear a plane go by every about 5 minutes. Hard to find a place for a quiet video. My neighbor's out blasting the pool music all day, so it's a big copyright there. Can't really video at the house. But anyway, all things are good. Just gonna go through the car a little bit. You know, it's a Honda Accord 1988. It's pretty much the mainstay of the channel. The channel Old Blue Accord supports the forums, 3gs.com, which is a forums that gives you information about these Accords, also the Preludes, 3rd generation, 4th generation. Took the car for a run today. It's running really good. Started really good. The battery is low. I guess I should do a voltage check on the battery. You guys like that stuff. It's hot, so I can't touch the motor or anything. I'm trying to think of some stuff. We'll just start with the basics. I've converted this over to E85 probably 30,000 miles ago. Nah, maybe not that far. We'll do a check of the let's check the mileage real quick. I have been driving it just a little bit. It's actually still registered in Tennessee. Let's see, I got 340,411, and I bought it with 70 or possibly 80,000. Let's say 80,000, because the timing belt had been done. I can't ever remember. But 1995, and it served me pretty well. You know, it's got some starting to get rust. It's definitely got some rust down here. Gonna someday. I keep saying someday I'm gonna fix it. So far, I haven't. That's really all I haven't done any kind of engine modifications. Now, obviously, I've got some spare parts in the back. The K-Sport suspension is doing well. I found that by I'll start with the suspension, the back always bounced quite a bit, and I've talked about that. I found by putting all this weight back here, car rides great, so I've kind of just left it as ballast. That means probably that, I'll probably do a video about that, probably means need to adjust the springs. I have a set of springs someplace to adjust the back, but just haven't done it. I do have it maybe an inch lower in the rear than the front, maybe, just to try to alleviate that. Maybe, don't know. But K-Sport's been pretty good suspension. It's adjustable, right? The 3-bolt hat fit good. Really like that. I've got the Integra Type R brakes, done a bunch of videos on that. That's 11.1 inch rotor. What that did with this car is it opened up. You could get all kinds of performance brake pads for that D503 brake pad, because it's Integra Type R. So, I mean, you can get everything from a $50 pad to a $500 pad. So it kind of opened up a lot of nice options with that. You can get cryogenic rotors and cross-drilled rotors and slotted rotors. So it was a really good upgrade, and it did improve the braking somewhat. It fits on 15-inch rims, as you can tell, or 15x6s. I'm running the Falcon 660s. I went back to the 205 50/15. It's a great size on this rim. This rim's a little small. The 245s that I ran, I thought this was a 7.5 inch. It's actually a 6.5 inch rim. Just didn't fit good. The sidewall was too bulged out, and the car had like a little bit of a light bounce to it. 205 50s is just a great size. You can see the K-Sport adjustable suspension there. So yeah, really did good there. Rotors are pretty rusty. Car sits a lot, obviously. Optima battery, do lots of videos about that. That's doing good. I believe that's a pretty old one, right? Yeah, 21. K&N filter. And obviously I don't use any kind of that thing's loose. Well, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, loose a little bit. So short filter. This thing's about maybe 275,000 miles. It's washable. Probably time for a new one. I'd like to do something there. I'd like short ram. I think you make more power with a short ram than a long tube. Only problem with that is you're drawing in hot air. I mean, this is hot, so you're drawing in hot air, so that's your compromise. So, not a bad setup. Like I said, I've run that for probably 25 years. Stock A20 motor, single cam. The cover's been open for 30 years. People said you get a rock in there and it blow up and your timing belt fall off and all that nonsense baloney. Again, I run E85. I've run E85 for probably 12 years. I use the stock fuel pump and the stock tank. I've done videos of that and what it looks like. I do use this Power Lube additive. I got my fancy. I love that. I love that bumper sticker. I've had that forever. There's the fuel pump. Box stock. I did try an aftermarket fuel pump. It failed within about 2 or 3 weeks and 100 miles. I think it's just a piece of junk. I have one other fuel pump, a TI Walbro pump, but it needs modification for the basket. I've never done it. I have actually adjusted I just adjusted the fuel pressure just recently. The car would idle a little rough with the air conditioning. You've seen my videos where I've got air conditioning back running again. That's working great. That is the third air compressor. First one was bad when I bought the car. Second one was a junkyard one. It went about 275,000 miles, and that's a new Denso, maybe about 5-7 years old. I did find a leak. I did a story about the leak and everything. Came out good. But I did, just like I said, I just tune on fuel pressure. I use RC injectors. I went 30% bigger, and actually I went to like 330s. Because the fable with Hondas was that you couldn't run over 310 with a stock ECU, which I knew was wrong. I called RC Russ Collins, and he told me that's wrong too. So I went with 330s, just to buck the system. And yeah, that was probably 12 years ago. I tuned by fuel pressure. So I usually run about 40 pounds. Got some really good E85 in the tank, and like I've talked before, my pump in Knoxville went away, and so I had to drive like 25 miles to get fuel, and that kind of bummed me out. But now I'm up where I'm at here. Up here, they've got these Thorntons, and they got E85, E88, which is E15 right at the pump. It's really cool. You can mix all online on the same pump. I'll try to do a video of it. It's really loud over there, and I just can't get the voice to pick up. So I'm pretty excited about that. I've got 3/4 of tank. I probably should gas up. That fuel's at least a year old, probably 2. I just never have any problem, with old fuel. I know people complain about it. Ethanol. I think sits for a really long time. I've got a couple whiskey bottles they'll sit a while. Well, not a long while, but they'll sit and they don't go bad. But people ask me about the ethanol thing. So what I did is I tuned it. I've got a AEM adjustable fuel pressure regulator. I run static pressure. I don't run the vacuum nipple, and it's really just I guess that's a 5/64 Allen. Loosen the nut, tighten it in. Obviously with pressure regulator you go in for more pressure, and I put about 3 pounds, maybe I'm at 43, and man, it idles so much better. The air fuel ratio gauge is maybe not as accurate as it used to be. That's the old Innovate gauge I've had for probably about 17 years. It's not that accurate anymore. It's kind of flaking out. It probably needs to be recalibrated. I've had problems with that gauge where you actually have to take the sensor out of the exhaust and hold it free air, and then you hold that red button. You hold that red button down, and it recalibrates it, and it'll work for a while, but it's not very consistent. And that could be really frustrating if you're tuning just off a wideband. I have checked the ground. I run the ground straight to the battery right here. I just wiggled it to check. But occasionally it'll go blank, or it'll go to 7, which is an error. And then it'll just pop right back up to running running number. So yeah, so I just went, like I said, I just went just a couple pounds more fuel pressure. Really super easy. Check the wideband. It's a little richer at idle. It's not 14.7. I think it's more like 13.5, if that gauge is even close. It idles way cleaner, especially with the air conditioning cycling on and off. You know, on this 4-cylinder. This is a 2-liter 4-cylinder. It's not balanced that great at idle. And of course, it's very, very old. I've not done anything to this motor besides valve cover. The head has never come off. The bottom end's never been done. I have changed the oil pan and cleaned it. It comes factory with a Windows tray. The distributor is factory. Everything's hooked up. Factory. It's questionable how good this distributor's going. I've gotten a little funny noise right at 2,500 RPM. I'm suspicious there's something going on with this distributor in advance. After all those years, I think it's shot. Surprise, surprise, it's almost 40 years old. I have a whole box of distributors right there that I need to test one by one by one. I don't believe getting a new one's going to help you. I don't believe getting a rebuilt one's going to help you. I think they're all junk for the most part. It's possible that I may do something different, like HCI or something like that, but doubt it. Doubt it right now anyway. Cosmetically, car's pretty rough. Got the louvers, love that. The window tint's still the same. Absolutely hate this stuff. And the tint on the other side's shot. It's really actually hard to see. Very annoying. You know, all the basic stuff, but really minimal brake. Did lots of brakes and suspension stuff. I've talked about it, you know, obviously. How to get camber in the front end. I've got the adjustable rear rods. I don't believe you're going to be able to see. It's back in there someplace, up in there. That's adjustable, so you run about -2 all the way around camber wise. That's probably where you want to be at on a wishbone suspension. Lost the focus, sorry about that. Yeah, so on a wishbone suspension. Second radiator, car doesn't overheat. What else? Yeah, most of this stuff's original. Power steering. This is always a problem with Hondas because there's a filter in here. So after, 35 years, and these are not available. So there's quite a few things on there that are not available. That would be, you do an aftermarket and then an inline filter. I did tighten the belt. I did freshen the fluid. I feel like the steering, that little funny kickback in the steering's gone. The valve covers, like I said, the engine's hot, so valve cover sealing good. So that was another parts problem. The valve cover gasket was not thick enough, so when you tighten down the little acorn nuts, wasn't sealing good. Like I said, RC injectors. Most of the hoses are original. I trimmed it right here one time. 2 thermostats. I did change 1 or 2 little capillary hoses in here, but not all of them. Some are original, not looking so hot, but original. So when I mean original, I mean original. 2 clutches. This is a clutch-net clutch. It sucks, but I had to almost sue the guy to get the clutch to start with. It's a green, I think, or something, but it's just terrible. It doesn't really have any more clamping force, and it's actually really notchy. I've just gotten used to it. Second master cylinder, first one started leaking. I used the stock master cylinder on my brake setup. Like I said, power steering, maybe 2 alternators. I've got the original alternator in case I ever need it. Some stuff with the dryer, obviously, a couple dryers for the air conditioning. I did the air conditioner from R12 to R34. That was the old green goo purple jelly story. When you went from R12 to R34, they told me I would create purple jelly, and then another guy came in, got in the side. He's like, "Oh, green goo, you're gonna make green goo or black death." Can't remember. It's a good story. That was 95. It's 2026. Oops. It's blowing pretty good. The blowers, original doesn't blow that hard. I think if it blew harder, the car would be cooler. I have taken that box apart and kind of cleaned out underneath there. Maybe 20 years ago. It needs it. I did change the connector. I did a story on that. The connector is not, or the power to the blower is not fused. There's the fuse now for it. 20, I think. No, bigger than that. So, and then I blew out the brushes, but I don't think that's available. Obviously, the seats are in great shape. It's crazy. Look at the driver's seat. No rips or tears. It's not a comfortable car. This is stiff. It's rough. I've done 12 and 14 hour trips with it when I was younger, but not no more. Yeah, so that's the update. Pretty long video. Sorry guys, 15 minutes. Figured I'd just do a little overview. A lot of people ask me questions offline, online, friends, etc., etc. The LeBra thing covers up some really nasty paint that I never really remedied. The car has been hit in this corner someplace, and this was repaired. Don't think it was. I think it's a pretty good. I never really caught any weird bends, but the guy, I knew the people that bought the car from, and she pulled out in front of somebody. She wasn't a great driver. I've known her. I've known them most of my adult life. So yeah, been a good car, fun to drive. I'd love to maybe someday fix it up completely, you know. But a lot of this trim pieces and this little weirdness, you know, it's hard to get all that little stuff. It's really going to be a labor of love. You know, this needs to be powder coated, or you need to pick this off and clean it up. It's just a lot of little things to make the car look really good, I guess. Yeah, and that's where we're at. So just driving around, enjoy it. I'm going to do another video about, like I said, I got a little engine noise or something going on I'm not too thrilled about. I'll do a video of that. I got away from the door-mounted seat belts because they don't work. The latches have gone bad. I think the passenger latch works, so I went with Schroth racing harnesses. They're DOT approved. DOT is important. I never really did a video on this because I didn't want to make a big controversy. They don't actually make it for this car. They make it for the Prelude, but it's the same seat, same car, same mounting system. It's got the anti-submarine built in. I carry the paperwork in case I ever got pulled over for not wearing my seat belt. I never have. This actually comes unhooked, which is kind of handy. So once you get your belt set up, you can just move your seat around. It's pretty cool. I keep the main relay laying out just in case. That's probably the third one of those. I'll take it with me for security purposes and then hide that if I leave the car in a weird place, but I haven't in a long time. This damage here I done myself. I took this apart to redo the door motors. I've replaced this door motor because they're so slow. I used a 4-door car, and the coupe car like we've got here is a little bit different. I never did a video on that. You gotta change the bar or something. It's pretty easy, but you just get a new motor. The motor gets weak. Got a spare head just in case. Not problems there. Got some spare front end parts. That's all the air intake stuff in case I ever go back to stock. Obviously the plane is gonna go on. All right guys, so on Blue Accord, it's about 18 minutes. That's the overview. 2026 May. Really don't have nothing to do on the car right now. Need to get me a new house and a new garage. That's coming, and I'm kind of excited about that. Living out of a storage unit kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Change is good in my opinion. Thanks a lot for looking. I really appreciate it. If you guys like and subscribe, that means, you know, I'm not gonna ever make any money on this obviously, but it helps. I try not to do too many rant videos, you know, Uncle Tony stuff, and I'm not gonna buy a Chinese carburetor and then make 3 videos of it not running. I'm not gonna buy an MSD ignition and then do 7 videos of why it misfires, because it's bad, we all know. I'm gonna try to stay with that and just keep the channel, you know, keep the channel going the way it is, with real real deal stuff. It's not going to be real hard hitting. It's not going to be like Days of Our Lives. You know, those channels are fun. They're entertaining. I watch them on and off. But I'm really here to do maybe more factual videos and a little less entertainment videos. Because entertainment videos, you gotta edit. you gotta stage it. You got to script it. And as you can tell, this isn't scripted. Just go off the top of my head. So, looking, and I'll be. Hopefully the copyright don't catch that. Yeah, and I'll just keep talking about the car. Plenty of stuff to do about the Camaro. Plenty of stuff to do about the Jeep. Jeep's hit 100,000, so probably time to freshen it up a little bit. Yeah, we'll just keep on going. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Old Blue Accord over and out. Have a good one.